What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Pensive Mind. Today, we are going to be reacting to another Kevin Samuels video. Before we get into it, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Let's go.
Sure.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'm
So
I'm
what's
single.
your
I would
question?
like to be married.
So what's your question?
My question was, I heard you say something about that the woman needs to impress the man. You don't think that it should be 50-50? That they should, or if you're meeting someone, you should be
Already?
trying to impress each other?
Well, let's talk about it.
Okay.
Why would a man, a successful, productive, competitive, successful man, need to do anything more to impress you?
If he's successful and a woman isn't, okay, if we're talking like that,
No, I'm talking
and
about successful women. But see,
or successful
Gabrielle,
women.
what's
So,
Gabrielle? Let me
mm-hmm,
explain something. Women
yes.
control access to sex, right?
Can you repeat that part? You said
Women
women.
women control access to sex.
Okay, that's true.
Right. Men control access to relationships.
Hmm. Okay.
It's my last name. It's my wedding ring. It's me who has to take on all the responsibilities. At the end of the day, it all falls back to me. I'm supposed to jump up and take the bullet. I'm supposed to provide. I'm supposed to do all these things, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So if I control access to that and I have all those responsibilities, why do I need to impress you?
I feel like I feel like I didn't say like it has to be you impressing me. I feel like we should impress each other because we're doing this to be in a
Okay.
union together. We're one
Oh,
together.
but we're not.
Well, I'm
You're talking
saying
like
that's
we're
what we are
equals.
trying to be.
No, you're talking like we're equals. Do you plan on working when you're married?
Yeah, I
Okay.
plan on
Do,
working.
do you want to have
I like
children?
to work.
You want to have children?
You said, do I want to have children? I have children already.
Well, there you go.
Okay. So what does that mean when you say there you go?
Well, how many children do you have?
I have two.
How many different fathers?
Two.
Yo, Kevin, man, Kevin is. Yo, he's like, well, there you go. She's like, what do you mean by that? How many kids do you have? Two. How many different fathers? Two. Smack. He knows. He knows already. He knows already. And a lot of women expect men to just eat this up and just look past things like this. Insane.
Yeah, you got a lot of impressing to do, man. I mean,
I don't
honestly,
think. I don't know. I don't. It depends on the person. It depends
not
on the
really, and not
individual.
not not. I mean, okay, I'm not talking about. I'm just gonna be dead honest, man. I'm not talking about 100% of men. I'm talking about men that women want.
Hmm. So do you? So you feel because
Okay,
I have
ma'am,
two
I need you to
children?
listen. Hold on, I need you to listen.
I'm
Why
listening.
didn't one of the two men that gave you a child give you a wedding ring?
You said why?
Yeah, man gave you two different men gave you kids. Why didn't they give you their last name?
The first man, we were high school sweethearts, and
The
it
courthouse
just
still
didn't work out. We
works.
were young.
The court, but you have a baby.
Right. And I decided that was a decision I made young because I was young,
How old is
My
that?
daughter
How old is young?
I had my daughter at 19.
Okay, but you
Hmm.
understand that marriage is in, okay. So see, you're a woman with two kids by two different men. Men
Right.
are already not impressed by that.
Hmm.
So if I'm a man and I'm a successful man and I'm dating and I have a woman who's has no children versus a woman with two different kids by two different men, yeah, you got
Hmm.
to do a hell of a lot to even want to get me to take you out on a date. You can laugh.
I'm laughing because I feel like just because someone has two two kids
Okay, you can
by
feel
two
that.
different men.
Mm-hmm.
I really feel like that's not what's the word for it?
Now what?
That doesn't I feel like it's still equal as a person that doesn't have any
Mm-hmm.
kids.
Right.
Wait, wait, what? She just said she feels like someone who has two kids is as equal as someone with no kids. Hold on, hold on.
I've been there for you. Why nobody's there for me?
That's exactly how she's gonna be sounding in about a few years. This is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane.
Right. It doesn't impact your value at all, right?
No,
Two
I
kids.
feel like it's
Yeah.
the same.
Well, oh, right.
What if what
So
if what
so
if
so
what if the
listen.
women
No,
what if
don't
the
talk over
person
me. Don't talk over
okay,
me.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. It's your show. My apology.
So you mean to tell me that you think
Mhm.
that a woman with two kids by two different men
Mhm.
is equal to a woman with no children? You guys are
Right?
the
Yes. Yes.
exactly. Well,
Because
there
What?
and ma'am,
uh, yes.
but who gets to decide that? Is it women that get to decide that, or is it men?
No, it's the man. It's the man. You're
And I'm
right.
telling you, men will say you are out of your mind. Okay, let's start this. How tall are you?
I'm 5'2".
5'2". Okay, a couple of
Mhm.
inches under dress size.
My dress size is 12.
Wow.
I mean, so ma'am, I gotta be
Wow.
honest. How much did you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
175.
Okay,
But I'm
so
I'm
you,
shapely. I'm
but
not
ma'am,
just
I need you to listen. I need you to listen. Okay,
okay. I'm
Shapely.
sorry.
you're a woman who's in the danger zone. 27 to 35 years old.
Danger zone.
You've had two children, and you've never required a man to to marry you before he had access to your womb. That's the highest honor a woman can give a man, and you gave it to two different men.
Uh-huh.
Then you go out here on an open
But
dating.
I'm gonna let you talk because I don't want to talk over you. I'm sorry.
Well, you call me to ask me questions, and it seems like you think you know what you're talking about. But here's the thing: if
No,
you
I
want to
don't.
be,
I
but
just I
if
wanted
you
to
know
know
what's going on, why aren't you married yet? If you want to be married, why aren't you?
probably because I chose the wrong men.
No,
But I
that's not no, it's not it. It's because honestly, what you're talking about, you
I'm sorry.
sound
Say that
you. It's what you're talking about. You. What does your father say about this?
he's deceased.
All right. How long has he been
He
dead?
passed when I was about 17.
Right. So you have daughters or sons?
I have a daughter and a son.
So you would tell a son that to date a woman like you, two kids by two different men.
I would tell my son to look for values. I would tell my son to look for
I asked you a simple question.
A very
You would
direct
tell your
question.
son that you put all this time and effort in to go out and date a woman with two kids by two different men.
no. I would
Oh,
tell my son if he can to date someone with no kids, of
okay.
course.
Because
If
why?
he
Why?
yes,
Why? Why? Why?
because you will want to start fresh with someone,
Exactly. Because they have different values, ma'am. They're not the same. See,
right? But
listen.
mhm.
You try to act as if a woman with no kids and a woman with two kids are have the same ultimate value. But when I ask you about your son, you say, "Well, no, I would tell him to get the woman that had no kids because she has a higher value." And consequently, you would tell your daughter to go out and do what you did. Go have two kids by two different men and see how that works out for
No,
you.
of course I wouldn't
Well,
tell her that. No.
because it's a negative, ma'am, and you know it's a negative.
Mm, that was a good way of setting her in that trap. And that disproves exactly what she just said, because earlier she said they're the same. It's equal. A woman with kids is as equal as a woman without kids. But then when you relay it and when you bring it all back and then you put her kids in the same situation, someone she actually loves, she's gonna say no, don't do that. And the reason why is because you know deep down to your core, it is not the same.
You know
I
it is
don't
a
know.
negative.
I don't
No,
think it's a
it isn't.
negative
Oh, I'm
though.
telling you, it's a negative. It is. First off, it's the highest negative, and that's not even to consider the fact that you're obese.
You said the fact that I'm sorry. What was that last thing?
Obese.
Obese. I mean, society would say I'm obese, but if you look at me, I'm not obese. My stomach is flat, my legs is thick, and I have a thick bottom, but I'm not
Right.
obese.
So, where's your fiance?
I don't have one as of now. I'm single. When I first
Have you
called, I
ever
told
had
you
a
I was single.
fiance?
I'm sorry, we were talking
Have
at the
you
same
ever have you ever been engaged?
closely to it.
No, ma'am. That's a yes or no.
No, I haven't.
All right, then. So I'm talking to a woman who's not engaged, never been engaged, who
hmm
has gone the farthest you can go with two different men, have children.
hmm
Where are the children's
hmm
fathers?
You said where?
Yeah, where are they?
They're around in the same
Around.
town as me.
Right. And do you earn more than both? Do you make more money than they do?
I do.
Right. So women tend to want a man making at least what she makes. So
You're
let's
saying
play
a
this
mess.
forward. Let's play this forward. I met you.
hmm hmm
And let's just say for sake of argument that I was all right with your height and your weight.
Okay.
I would 100% not be okay with the fact that you made babies with men who are lesser than I am and you expect me to treat you better than they did.
Yep, not only that, I forgot to add this. The two men that she's with, she's better than them. So not only are you better than them, she's better than them. This is amazing.
I mean, but what
Listen,
your
listen,
past? Now I am
listen.
listen. Okay. I'm listening. I'm listening.
Your past matters. You are older. You have two more kids, and you expect new men to pay more than dudes that gave you babies. Plus, if I deal with you, I got to pay for them too. So yeah, ma'am, go back to the original point. Impress. Oh yeah. Hell, oh yeah. See, and the thing is, women like you used to understand that you're in a jacked up, effed up position, and that you needed to get out here and impress. But now we've gotten to the point where women like you are honestly delusional. You think that, oh, it's no big deal. It's no big deal. Well, show me the result where men are going to wife up obese baby mamas or two like hotcakes. I'm not trying to be rude, man, but
No. Listen, I called you, so I'm listening. You told me to listen. That's what I'm doing.
but the thing is, you're listening, but it's like I don't understand why you think having children is no big deal.
I didn't say that it wasn't no big deal, but everybody has baggage. No one is perfect. So I
Okay, well
mean,
then tell your son to marry one.
and I'm not trying to say my kids are baggage, but no one is
No,
perfect.
they are. There are to a man. There are to another man. I've been a stepfather. They are baggage. And see, ma'am, here's the reason
Mm.
why. Here's the reason why women, in general, black women like you, will never marry.
hmm
Because instead of sitting back trying to say, "Damn," you keep trying to explain it away. Everybody has baggage. Everybody has this. I was young. No accountability. Deflection.
So what about? So what about? So what about people that's married early on and they're not married now and they have
It
kids?
doesn't matter. We're talking
What
about
about
you.
that?
We're talking about you. I'm not talking about them. I can't worry about what I can't do hypotheticals. What I can say is I'm talking to a woman
Okay.
that's 33 years old who had a
hmm
child at 19
hmm
with a deadbeat.
What you said with a deadbeat?
Well, what is he doing for a living?
Oh, my kid's father takes care of them. It's just that the relationship didn't work out with me,
All
with
right.
us.
But
Yeah.
he's earning less than you.
Yeah.
In my opinion, that makes him kind of a deadbeat.
Mm.
What do you do
Because
for a
he's
living? And I'll
earning
take that
less.
back. That may be
Because
a
he's
little harsh. That
earning
may be
less
harsh.
than me.
That may be harsh. What do you do for a living?
I'm an engineering secretary.
Uh-huh. And did you go to college for that?
No, I did not.
And how much do engineering secretaries generally make annually?
I'm at my max pay, so right now I'm at 60,000.
60,000.
Mm-hmm.
In the Northeast, what state?
In New York.
New York, the five boroughs?
In Manhattan.
Okay, so I just left Manhattan, and $60,000 a year is like $28,000 a year in Atlanta. You are broke. I used to live in Manhattan, ma'am. 43rd between
No,
10th and
I
11th.
don't live.
Listen,
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 I don't
listen,
live in
ma'am. Listen,
Manhattan.
listen,
I work in
listen.
Manhattan. Okay, go ahead. I'm listening. Mm-hmm.
$60,000 a year in New York City ain't nothing.
Especially with
You're
two
living
kids.
paycheck to paycheck.
Especially with 2 children. Come on. That's insane.
And the point I'm making is the dude that gave you your first child makes less than you. These things matter because when you meet a man on the open market, he's going to be like, now, wait a minute. Gabrielle she's an engineering secretary making $60,000 a year. Paycheck to paycheck, average normal person. Okay. But yet she has one child at 19 from a guy who ain't even making what she's making. And then the other guy is probably in a similar predicament. Then the man looks at himself and says, well, wait a minute. I'm making $100 and some odd $1,000 a year and I have no kids. I'm a massive upgrade from what you're used to. And you don't think you need to impress me?
No, I don't. I think if we like each other, we should
Okay.
impress each other.
Well,
I
guess
don't feel
what?
like
Wow.
just because
Good.
because you don't know where I could be headed to.
No,
You know what I
no.
mean?
What I do know is
Mm-hmm.
what I do know is how tall you are. I do know how
Mm-hmm.
much you weigh, and I
Mm-hmm.
do know that you are working paycheck to paycheck within the
How
first.
do you know I'm working to
Excuse me,
paycheck
ma'am.
to paycheck?
Listen,
Just
back
because I
down,
told
ma'am.
you my
Don't talk. I'm
woman.
gonna mute you.
I'm,
What I do know is you don't out earn me. You're
oh
not a
yeah,
college
I didn't
graduate. You're
say I
not a
did.
college graduate, ma'am. You have a
Mm-hmm.
job. You're and I'm trying to be nice, man, but you talk like, well, you feel like we should impress each other. Well, you can feel like whatever you want, man. And this is why so many black women like yourself will never marry because you really think your value is far higher than it is. If a
It's
single
far how you value than what
far
it is.
higher. If I'm a man and I have to pick a woman, I'm going to pick the best woman I can find. I'm going to pick a woman with no kids who can add value to my life. You have kids and you're going to take from my life. I got to pay for somebody else's kids because they come with you. You're a package deal.
Oh, are you
You're
married now?
has nothing to do with the conversation with you.
Okay,
Trust
I'm
me.
sorry.
If I wanted to be married
Okay.
now, I could. I have been married and I am just
Mm-hmm.
fine. That's not
Okay.
the question. The question is why you didn't get one man who gave you a baby to marry you. You didn't get another man to marry and gave
I
you a
mean,
baby.
I could have. I could have. It's just
Right.
that it didn't work out. That's
Ladies,
life.
and here's the thing. Ladies, women who think like this is what's going on. This woman is being honest.
Yeah, I am.
And you need therapy, ma'am.
I everyone needs therapy, especially everyone needs therapy. I
But
believe.
I don't worry about everybody else, ma'am. I'm talking about a mother of two
Yeah,
who's raising a boy
I didn't. I never said I
who is
didn't need
raising a
therapy.
daughter who is raising a daughter if she grows up modeling this, that's bad. And her
No,
son
it's not.
and if a
People make
son,
mistakes.
okay, all right, well,
People
all
make
right, ma'am,
mistakes.
okay, you're right.
People make mistakes, and just because she's
Why do you
modeling
keep
me,
saying people make mistakes like that
because
means
nobody's
something?
perfect. Nobody's perfect.
Right,
Nobody is
Man.
perfect.
right, and that does what for you, ma'am?
I mean, it's the truth. It's not what's working for me. That's what's going
Yeah,
on.
nobody's perfect. People make mistakes. What does that do for you? So when your
It doesn't do any.
so
It
when your
doesn't do
son so when
anything
your
for
how old
me.
is your son?
He's 6.
He's 6. So when your son comes home with the F's and he
Mhm.
starts running down this, nobody's perfect, mom. We all make mistakes.
No, you pose the correct each time you move
Well,
forward.
here's the thing, ma'am. You're supposed
Mm.
to correct, but can't nobody correct you.
You
That's
said,
the
I'm sorry. Say that last
you're
part again. I
supposed to
couldn't
correct,
hear you.
but no one can correct you, and that's the problem. So many of you women out here are living uncovered, uncorrected, lacking discipline, lacking accountability, out here just on your own, making children and mistakes. And I'm talking to a 33-year-old woman of 2 who is yet to take any kind of accountability or responsibility. You've deflected at every opportunity.
No,
And
I
you
said
honestly think that you are
when we spoke. Go ahead. I'm sorry. When we spoke earlier, I told you that I made a mistake. I never said that I was correct along the way.
no, you still making excuses. Heroin addict. Well, you know, everybody got a vice. So
You
keep on
said
shooting
everybody
heroin,
who.
right? Right? He's a heroin addict. Everybody got a vice. I had problems. I had traumas. Okay. So he should keep on shooting heroin, right?
No, I just said
Right.
correct moving forward
Well,
in
you're
life.
not. You haven't done anything to correct it. You're not in
You
therapy.
said I
You're
haven't.
not in therapy. I said you need a
Yes,
therapist. You said, well,
I
everybody
have
need a
been into therapy.
therapist.
I've been to therapy.
Yeah, but you're not in it. And when
No,
you've
due to
been,
COVID.
if you're
Due
not,
to
if
COVID,
you're
I
okay,
haven't.
listen. I'm done talking. I'm trying to be polite, but you keep talking over me. I'm going to mute you. Whatever therapy you've been obviously did not work.
Mm.
Because I'm talking to a woman who's 5'2", almost 200 pounds, with 2 kids, talking like you really got options, and you should be impressed. Who's trying to impress a 5'2", 200-pound woman with kids?
A lot of men. A
Yeah,
lot of men.
to marry you, or
A
just
lot of
to
men.
marry you?
And it's no
To
low
marry
budget men.
you?
I'm sorry. Say that again.
To marry you?
Who would want to marry me?
Yeah, that's how we keep score over here. We don't worry about a man trying to impress you to get sex from you. We talk about a man to marry you. So a lot of
Yes,
men
to marry me
want to
because
marry you.
you know why?
A
Because
lot of no ma'am,
I'm
no ma'am, no ma'am,
okay.
no ma'am. You have men wanting to marry you?
I say yes. Can I elaborate on that, or should I be quiet and let you finish?
Well, if you but the thing is, you said you've never been engaged, so how can you say you have men that want to marry you?
Because I do. I have men that wants to
Oh,
marry me because they see the
men,
qualities. They see
multiple.
what type of woman I am.
Multiple men want to marry you. Sure, tell us about them.
Hello?
Sure, tell us about the men that want to marry you.
You said tell you about it.
Just tell us. Tell us.
It's just basic, and it's not in
No. I
reference
don't know. I
to
need some details.
you're not letting me talk.
How old is the guy that wants to marry you?
How old is these guys?
Yeah, you said you have multiple. So let's talk the first.
Some are in their 40s, some are in
Some.
their
How many?
50s.
How many are we talking about?
How many? I don't count. I don't
Oh,
count.
you don't count.
But I
Because
talk to
I need to
people. I
understand.
talk to
So
people.
people
I
in the
talk to
audience.
people.
So people in the audience need to understand that the woman here is saying that she's never been married, never been engaged, but she has so many men that want to marry her that she can't even count them. Okay. Right.
I didn't say like, oh,
Oh yeah,
people
ma'am.
are
Yes, that's
drawing it.
exactly what you're saying, and
I'm
it's
not
being
saying.
all this is being recorded. All this is being recorded. This is the level of delusion for a lot of black women, like her. I'm not gonna put this woman needs help. I had to mute you, ma'am, because you're just talking now. You okay? You unmute yourself if you can control your mouth. But ma'am, I
Okay.
asked you. You said there's several men that want to marry you. All right, let's take one of them. How old is the oldest one?
The oldest is 50. No, I'm
50.
sorry, about 50. Yeah, about 50.
About 50.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. What's his first name?
I'm sorry.
What's his first name?
Why? If
Hey,
this is recorded
excuse me,
and it's
ma'am.
live,
No
why
one
would I
knows
say
you
his first name? I didn't
because
gave
honestly,
my
man, don't
name.
talk over me. I told you I'm about to go there with you. No one knows you. No one knows your name. And all you have to do is say a name. What's his first initial then,
Okay,
ma'am? What's the
John.
first
You
initial?
can say his name. His name is John.
John. Yeah, John, 50 years old. Right. How many kids John have?
John has one
What does
biological.
John do for a living?
He is an engineer.
He's an engineer. All right. Where does he live? In Manhattan too?
No, he lives in. I never said I lived in. I was trying to tell you that
You
I
work in
don't live in
Manhattan. I'm just
Manhattan.
asking him because John, where does he live, man?
He lives in Jersey.
All right. And how long you been seeing John?
Well, we just talk. We don't see each
Oh,
other.
you just talk. So you're not dating
Yeah,
John.
just
So
text,
you just texted.
talk
So
occasionally.
a man that you're texting is 50 years old named John in Jersey. You say he wants to marry you, but you've never dated him.
No, I never dated him. We just talk.
Right.
Wow.
You are absolutely fucking insane.
That woman just really sat there and made up a whole story. John Doe.
This
John Doe.
is the level of delusion with far too many black women today. That was a real person. Real person. A real person. When she honestly believes everything she was saying.
I need you guys to leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. What do you guys think about this conversation? This was funny, yet very sad. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. If you guys want to check out Mr. Samuels, the link to his channel will be in the description down below. Head over there. Go support. Let's keep his name alive. All right? I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
So, what do you got for me, though? We just talking like ain't nobody watching. What's going on?
I apologize. I've dated high value men. I have no children.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe in marriage. However, I'm scared. Does that make? I don't even know if I'm making.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. It makes scared. Yep, certainly does.
My grandparents were married for 58 years plus.
Mm-hmm.
I see that. I want it.
Mm-hmm.
But their times were different back then. And the two men that I have in my head,
mm-hmm.
they both have kids.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you, how old are you?
37. You look at me, you would not see it. And that's
I was seeing somebody who was 37 and she was fine and she was in her 20s. So look, man, just because I say danger zone and no man's land.
Oh no, I don't get offended.
I'm talking to my audience. I'm talking to the audience because
sorry.
I'm just saying because it's for the show. But okay, the two guys, do you have anybody that's considering proposing to you?
Both of them. And listen, it's because I feel that I have more to offer to them. And it's because I come to the table with no listen, kids are a big deal.
So
and I really
do you feel like you're equally yoked to these guys? Okay, see what I'm getting from you.
Can't find a man with no kids.
So what I'm getting from you is you feel like you're what I'm hearing from you is they're getting a better deal than you are. That's what I'm getting from you. Is that the truth?
That's kind of how I feel because I don't have any kids. They don't have to deal with no baby daddy.
Let's stop right here. Let me back some things down.
This is about to get good. You could tell already. But I mean, just because you don't have kids, I mean, you could still be lacking in other areas, right? That doesn't necessarily mean you're the prize right away because you don't have any kids. It's a major benefit, but that's not the end all be all. For most men, though, but you guys get what I'm saying, right? Are you seeing both of these men seriously?
No.
Okay.
No, listen, I've known one since I was basically a kid. And we're not in that type of space.
Okay, well, let's talk about the one.
I'm actively. Okay.
Okay, I gotta get on down the path though. So I'm trying to get what I need. Are you dating not the one that you knew since you was a kid? Number 2, are you actively dating him?
Yes.
How long have you been actively seeing him?
1 year.
Okay. Is he live in LA with you?
Correct. Yes.
What do you do for a living?
I'm building my own business, but I am in the restaurant industry. I'm a server.
All right. What does he do for a living?
He had his own mortgage company. He used to work for Disney. He was an executive. He's actually building his own. All right. So he out-earns you.
So he out-earns you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Wait. What? Are you serious? So she really believes that she's the prize in this situation. And she says this guy absolutely earns more than her. So it's a significant amount. Wow.
So let me back you down on a few things, because while you may be all the great things you're saying, ma'am, I used to be a server, but I was a server after I got my degree in engineering and was an engineer. And to hear a woman say that you feel like because they got kids, you're getting an unfair deal when he's a former executive and you're a server is crazy to me. Crazy. You're overvaluing yourself, ma'am. Just from that alone. Does that make sense?
I can understand where you're coming from, Mr. Samuels.
How tall are you?
5'7".
Dress size.
I would jump. Let me not do that because I'm 6, even though I want to be a 4.
Okay, how much did you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
132, and I was not happy. I want to be 125.
All right. So if you had to give yourself a rating, fresh face out of the shower, no wig, no weave, no whatever, what would you give yourself? And you cannot use 7. Well, see that, ladies, that's who you are, though, ladies. That's who you are. What would you give yourself? No, you can't use 7.
I can't use a 7. That is my number.
Exactly.
That is my
that's why I take it away.
What would you give yourself without?
No, ma'am, I'm not. No.
I'm teasing you. I'm being.
And thing is, and even if I gave myself a 4, my bank account's a 9.5.
I have a question. What are we basing the scale on? No, I mean, I do have clear skin.
Man, just give me a ballpark.
If you say not 7, then 7.5.
Nope, you can't use 7s at all, man.
6 3/4.
Okay. See, and is that a LA 6?
Why wouldn't it be? I know.
I don't know. I'm asking because a 6 in LA is different. And what I'm asking, ma'am, a 6 makes you cute. Okay? And a 5 makes you average, which means just like half the people in this world are average. A 6 makes you a little bit more than it's cute, but
I just feel that brains is more of it. It
does no, but you're not a no. See, that's bullshit. No,
okay,
it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
I'm not a. Okay, listen.
No, you listen. You can't overtalk me. It's still my show, even if you're a fan, but that doesn't work. And
yes, sir,
the thing is, you need to understand something. What you think doesn't matter when it comes to us.
Got it.
Beauty matters to us. Men are visual. And you ladies always want to change the game to benefit you. It works the way it works because that's who we are as human animals. 8 is Beyonce, 9 is Kelly Rowland, 10 would have been Halle Berry in her prime. So if you're a 6, that makes you cute. Thelma, remember Thelma on Good Times? She was a 7. So
no. Then dagnabbit, I'm a 10. What the?
No, you're not a 10 because you'd already been married with kids by now. So
I've never been married.
But the thing, because you ain't no damn 10. You can call yourself what you want.
Because I live in LA.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you're on the verge of getting muted.
Different.
You're on the verge of getting muted because here's the thing is if you were a 10 in LA, 10s aren't servers at 37. Let me just go ahead and put it right. If you're a 10, somebody would have put you on the payroll by now. You'd have been a kept woman. You'd have been you'd have been the side piece to one of the multiple millionaires in LA if you were a 10. You're not that. Ma'am, let's get back to reality. You're close to 40 and a server. That's true. That means there's no retirement plan. There's no long history of earnings.
May I please stop you, Mr. Samuels?
No, because unless you're going to tell me you went to college and had some sort of career.
No, it's.
Do you come from money?
My mother has 4 college degrees.
I don't care what your mama have.
Wait,
man, how much money do you have?
What is your mother's 4 degrees gonna do for you? Think about that for a second, guys. What? My mother has 4 degrees. What does that do for you?
You have saved for retirement.
My retirement is for my business.
How much money do you have saved for retirement?
Oh, not as much as I should.
How much money do you have saved for retirement?
My business.
Okay, ma'am. Now it's starting to become more clear. See, I need you to slow down.
Yes, sir.
I'm talking to a woman who's almost 40 years old, and I spoke to a woman in California like yourself earlier this week. She was 39.
Mhm.
Just bopping through life like nothing, no big deal, like you got all the time in the world. Ma'am, you are a server. That's a fancy word for a waitress.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't.
Exactly. It
Wow.
means you look at 50 years. Do you have medical insurance?
Absolutely.
Great. Do you own your own condo?
No, I do not. I do not own any
Do
property.
you
I'm not
do
going to
you
own
own your
property
own
in
car?
California.
Do
I'm
you own your
going to
own
own
car?
property in another
Do
state.
you own your own car?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes,
So
sir. I
if
have
you have to
kids.
live for the rest of your life and be unmarried, you'll be living basically like most people in this country, paycheck to paycheck, paycheck to paycheck, stacking little aside because LA is expensive. When 50 years old happens and medical bills and things start happening, then life kicks in. No children, no husband. Who's going to help when you can't work like you're doing, and the business you're planning on opening, 80% of the new businesses fail inside the first 5 years. So
I understand that,
we only can count what you have. Who's going to help if you need? Who's going to assist you if you need any help at 50?
Mr. Samuels. I'm aware that I have myself. I'm
But
definitely aware.
but if you fall ill, something happens, you break an ankle like I did on the bicycle race. Who's
I
going
have
to
life
help you?
insurance.
Oh
Bury
no,
me, burn me up.
life
Here's the
insurance is
money.
life insurance, ma'am. Ma'am, if you broken ankle puts you out for 12 weeks at 50 years old. Who can help you? Who can come take you back and forth to the doctor, come around the house? I mean, do you have the money to take care of that?
Not the way that I would think.
Then listen, ma'am.
I'm saying
Then this is why I'm not
I'm
listening to what you have to say, because all you want to tell me is how it's not that big a deal. And this is what I need the audience and you to understand. This is sad.
That was
This is sad
pathetic.
that black women are the most vulnerable people in this country because of this. Because you need a man in your life to go through life with, because one income, one person is a disaster waiting to happen. Everything has to happen okay. You have to maintain good health. Never get sick, never get ill, never have anything. And your job right now depends on you showing up. You don't go to work, you don't make money. That is the life so many black women have. And you're talking about men who make far more than you, and one that you said are looking at you seriously. And you're talking about a man having kids. That's crazy, man.
Mr. Samuels. Everything has different circumstances, correct?
What? Just the way she was getting that thought out was a person that didn't have an answer, but just had to scratch for anything. Like, let me throw anything out there to make this sound better and smooth this over.
Is
All
that not true?
that just went over your head. Look, ma'am.
I don't.
I just went over your head, ma'am. Look.
No, that's not true. Please, I'm listening.
Yeah, no, okay. What's the big deal about him having kids and you ain't got shit? A six who don't have shit. A waitress is a six who don't have shit. I mean, I have to go there. I have to say it that way so you are a six and a waitress at 40 who don't have shit. And you're saying a man who was an executive at Disney, you should be running to, oh my God.
Was.
I don't care what he was. He still is making more than you. He has more than you. And you're talking like, and what started this all off is I said, ma'am, you sound like a woman who thinks she's getting a bad deal. You think you are bringing more to the table than him. And I'm saying this to my audience. This is a black woman in Los Angeles who is a waitress and almost 40 years old and a six with this kind of attitude. when a man was a former executive and worked at Disney?
Do you know how much money I make as a waitress?
Do you make more than he does?
He lives with his mother. Yes, I do. He's not an executive anymore.
Now see how she changed it. When I
Yeah,
asked,
I
does
didn't-
he make
lying.
more money than he did? All right, I'm done. All right.
She's lying. She's lying. She's trying to downplay him now and make him look bad. You have to be careful for a person like this. Just this person is just insane.
See, I just some people just have to be what they are. See how that worked? All this time he was an executive. He did this and got that and has this. And now he lived with his mama. Yeah. All right.
And that's going to be the ending of this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, comment your thoughts down below right now. Like this video, share this video. Make sure you guys subscribe and turn on post notifications. We upload videos every single day. So you guys can come back and you will get a brand new fresh video on very interesting topics such as this one. All right. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
A little bit. What do you have on the topic?
I don't know. It's an interesting topic. So, are you saying that do Black women think we're white, or can you just kind of go over it just one more time with me?
How old are you?
26.
26. The question is, often Black people who tend to want to do better tend to have to get over the trope of you trying to be white. That's one thing. That's one thing. There's another, and there's another side to the argument. A dating outside of it. I don't care if you date out, but why are you dating out?
Yeah. So I consider myself to be a successful Black woman, and I date Black men, Hispanic men, white men. I date all men, and I mostly date men based on their character. You know, it's not really based upon what they look like, you know, how tall they are. It's really about their character, their values, and their morals.
Okay. So are you dating to get married?
Yes.
What's the longest relationship you've had?
4 years.
And the race of that man?
He was Black.
And why,
like an Afro-Latino.
And why didn't you guys get married?
I really felt like I was settling. And I really felt in my spirit that, you know, we went to go look at engagement.
Hold on. Were you raised by your mother and father?
Yes.
And did you make more than him?
At the time, I didn't.
Right. And what does he do for a living?
I don't know. He was a manager at that point in time.
But now, were you in college when you guys met?
Yeah.
And then after you graduated, you start making more?
I was on the path. I'm an accountant now, so
hold on.
I was
hold on, just a second.
Damn, it sounds like he's reading the situation already.
Fly me to the moon. So he was good enough until you graduated. He was good enough until you got a degree.
I wouldn't say that.
But you said you felt like you were settling. Settling's not a good thing. How tall are you?
5'9".
Dress size?
A 4, but a 6 in skirts.
Okay. And if you're out, and what did you graduate at what age?
I graduated, the program I was in, I graduated at 23.
Are you noticing a lot of your colleagues that are graduated around the time of you, they're getting married?
No.
You're not noticing non-Black women? Non-Black women are getting married?
No, they aren't. I have a friend who's not Black. She's divorced.
Mm-hmm.
Another friend who's on her second marriage.
So why'd you feel like you were settling? He was a manager. He was a manager.
Mm-hmm.
Did he have his own car, his own place?
Yeah, he definitely had his own car. He had his own place. I think the reason I felt like I was settling was because of the way he treated me. And I mean,
which year, ma'am? Which year are we talking about? You were together for?
Probably around like year 3. Like years 3 and 4 were kind of the years that we were on and off. And I just
You were
noticed
on and
that,
off. You were on and off, meaning you were together and then you'd break up.
yeah, we were
When you
together and we
break
would
up,
break
when
up.
you would break up, who would initiate the breakup?
Usually me.
Right. Right. And were you dating anybody on your breaks?
I mean,
That's
if
a yes
guys
or
came
no.
up to me,
That's a yes or no.
yeah,
Were you hooking up with anybody on your breaks?
no.
All right. So a guy that you were with that you kept breaking up with. Why? What was wrong with his treatment of you in year 3?
You know, I really just started to feel that his character wasn't right, his morals weren't right, and he liked me as the broke college girl. He
So
liked
why didn't you?
me.
You didn't notice. You didn't notice this in, but 4 months 6. I mean, you're in year 3.
No. No, I had no idea because I mean,
Really?
I was kind of broke compared to him. So I think
You were
he liked
what?
it. I didn't
You were
notice.
what? You were
I mean,
you were kind of what compared to him?
I was broke at the time compared
Right.
to him.
So the treatment was okay.
Maybe I
See,
don't think
here's
I
the
was
thing.
being
Were you?
treated
And I asked you, were you raised with your mom and dad?
Yes, I was. My
Were
parents
your
were still
parents are
together.
married?
Yes, they were married before they had children.
All right. Did your father
Both
meet
college
this guy?
educated.
Did your father meet this guy?
He did.
All right, before we continue, there seems to be some holes in the story. Quickly, there seems to be some holes in the story. Also, I don't even believe the whole on the break thing and not doing anything. No, that guy may have felt the way because he knew something. So there's parts of that where she's leaving out, and his vocal fry, it's just killing my ears right now. Jesus.
But what do you
Yeah.
think of him?
You know, he thought he liked him. Honestly, he felt that he was a good man. He was a good leader, and he
But you
really
didn't.
had no problems. No, I think that
Okay.
he didn't.
All right. Stop. Listen. Ma'am, stop digging. Stop digging. You're in a big hole right now. How often do you watch my show?
I just ran across it.
All right.
Maybe
Well, let me let you. I'm stopping you. You're about to get right into the edge of a black hole. You're so deep. You painted a picture of a man who accepted you as a college student, was with you for years. You broke up with him, and you would still get back together. He was earning, and all of it. He was earning the entire time. But now that you have a piece of paper and a little more money, he ain't good enough. Your dad even liked him. And your dad met your mom and had kids did it the right way. You, ma'am, are on the verge of being in the danger zone. And gonna be one and gonna be one of those eternal sevens because now
Danger zone!
because now you're out here without your 4-year boyfriend and you're just on that carousel, running up your numbers, and you're not 20 anymore. You still talk to this guy?
No, I mean, you know, some things, if you got to go with your gut.
No, you
You know what I
don't.
mean?
No, you don't. You shouldn't be picking any of this shit. No, you don't. No, you shouldn't. You should listen to your father because he knows better than you. Hopefully you got cat insurance. I'm joking, but I'm serious. 4 years this guy was with you. And your father liked him, said he was a good man. Ain't nothing wrong with this man. Is you think you can do better. So that's fine. Let's go with it. How many children you want to have?
Yeah, this is like the part in the movie where, like the superhero gets revealed and then the music starts playing in the background. He's like, all right, you want to do this? Let's go down this path.
1 or 2.
1? Don't do that to a kid.
I mean, whatever God has for me,
This ain't
honestly, I
God's
don't.
choice. It's your choice. How many do you want? How come it's so hard for women to just be direct? How many do you want?
2. If I had a choice, it'd be 2.
That was the first question, ma'am. 2 kids. Do you want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant?
No, I don't. I actually want to
All
kind of
right. And what city do you live in?
I live in the South.
What city do you live in?
I live in Texas.
Austin?
No, not Austin. Just Texas.
Is it man? No one knows you. I'm not. I mean, come on.
I like to just kind of keep a low profile.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Why do you regular? Jesus Christ. Okay. You keep that low profile, okay?
I will. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate the chat.
No, you don't.
I do. I feel
No,
like
you
this
really
was
don't,
very.
man. No, you really don't. Because see, I don't know why you folk call into a show thinking you're gonna keep a low profile. Like somebody, if they know your voice, they know your voice. I'm just trying to understand if you're in a major city or not. I really don't care. But the net of it is, ma'am, you are sadly like so many other American women, American black women, likely are overvaluing yourself. Your father said the guy was good. The guy seemed like a stable, decent man. He put up with your BS. Because if you break up with a guy and you got back, he's probably better off, All right, man. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. No, I'm done talking to you. Nope. 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 You see how that goes? And that'll be the same woman in 3 years talking about, I can't find no man. We're all the good men. Because you had yours and you blew it. Video on my channel. You already had your man and you blew it. That woman was hell up. Anyway. No, Tasia, you can't call back in here talking to me. I'm not going to let you back in here.
And that's going to be the ending of the video, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, comment your thoughts and your opinions about this conversation in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you guys haven't already. Turn on post notifications. We will be uploading every single day. All right. Mr. Samuel's link to his channel will be in the description down below. Head over there and go support. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Mercenary? Okay. What would you define as a mercenary? Are you familiar with the term?
I mean, yes, I do. That would be someone the way I would look at it is someone who's coming in for the kill, that's abrasive, with an agenda.
No, a mercenary is a soldier. A mercenary is basically a soldier for hire, no loyalty. A mercenary, a person primarily concerned with making money at the expense of ethics. A professional soldier hired to serve a foreign army.
So women
no loyalty, concerned with themselves.
No, okay.
They'll fight for you. Okay, imagine the United States went to war. And let's say the United States went to war with China, okay? And China was invading the United States. Let's just say that could happen. You'd fight to defend your homeland because it's your homeland. Let's say we were starting to run out of troops and we started going to Australia and Canada and England and bring some mercenaries over for this. We got to pay them to do that, right?
I'm trying to get the correlation for
the correlation is you're not loyal to anything except yourself.
There's no loyalty
to your outcomes.
Like you'll fight for the cause, but in terms of being loyal, in terms of standing by, nah. Because when you're done your fight, what are you gonna do? You're gonna go back home. So there really is no loyalty. It's almost like a job. I'm just doing it to get by, doing it to do it, And that's actually a good reference that he made. Let's go.
I laid it out in the monologue. A mercenary is loyal to themselves. And when pressure hits, mercenaries tend to be the first people to leave the war.
So
are modern women acting loyal to relationships?
I find that I can see.
I can see that. But our modern women that started out with the video I put up today, with asking the question: do modern women want family or freedom?
I see so many women sacrificing pretty much everything to be with someone, at a point of desperation for it to be.
Where do you live?
I live in the US.
What state? It's not a game.
I live in Georgia.
Okay. 1 in 4 Black women are married.
Hmm.
Before 1965, we had a marital rate of 80%.
Right.
Okay. Why aren't Black women marrying today?
Options are so limited.
Huh?
Bullshit.
You think so?
Bullshit. 54% of Black men are single and childless, 61% in the middle class. You must be new to my show.
I'm definitely. I just heard
I'm
Black
sorry.
History.
So,
Is
ma'am,
that, why is
what
that bad?
you're saying is talking points that have been disproven. You can go to blackdemographics.com, Black statistics by Black people for Black people, and see the marriage numbers.
I would like to learn. That's why I came. I heard
54% of
great things
50.
about you.
Okay,
So
50.
that's
Well,
why
one
I'm
of the
coming.
things you don't do. One of the first things you don't do, you don't overtalk me. So if I'm talking, you can't talk through. It's bad for the listeners. But if you say lack of options, that's bull. 54% of Black men are single and childless, and 61% are in the middle class.
So there's a high population of men that are single, and there's a high population of women that are single.
You missed it. No. See, what you did is you just tried to deflect.
I'm
I
trying
asked
to
you,
understand.
no.
Is that what?
Black women marry at a rate of 1 out of 4. The next lowest group of women is 54%. It's not a, hold on, listen. It is not a lack of men wanting to marry. It's a lack of Black women wanting to marry. You're coming at it from the side that the issue is with men, and it's not.
I don't agree. I don't think it's a men issue either. I don't. I definitely
Well,
don't.
then, okay. Why aren't Black women marrying anybody then?
Exactly.
My perspective, and this is just my perspective, and if it's been disproven, you can correct me where I'm wrong. My question is, my
What's the answer?
perspective is that it seems as if everybody's out here just trying to figure it out, both men and women. There's a high population of men that are single. There's a high population of women that are single.
No, it's not. Okay, ma'am, your perspective is not based. Okay.
Is that not?
Look, ma'am,
you
look.
just gave me? I'm
Listen,
sorry.
no, I don't know. I've said that once. The numbers, ma'am. The numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Black women marry at a rate of 26%. That means 1 out of 4 Black women could ever expect to be married.
Mm-hmm.
The next lowest group of women marry at a rate of 54%. That's over half. That's white women. They're not trying to figure it out in this modern world. They know, their women know that their best chance of getting to the end of life and quality of life is with a husband, not a boyfriend, not a long-term relationship, a French toast husband. But today, 80% of Black children are married to fatherless homes. So that's a woman choosing to have a baby before the benefit of marriage. It is 100% her choice to carry that child. Black women on this show will tell you, I've been engaged 2, 3, 4, 5 times. But when asked, why aren't you married? Like, how old are you?
38.
Why are you married or single?
That's crazy. Well, it's actually crazy for 38. She looks pretty good for her age. But see, what Doja Cat isn't understanding here is that when Kevin asks, well, why aren't they marrying anyone? You have to look at the women in that case, right? Because why don't you marry a white man? Why don't you marry a Hispanic man? Why don't you marry a man that is Asian? None. But still 1 in every 4 will get married. So you have to, the women have to look inner, because you can't say it's every man, right? We can't blame every man. That excuse is out the window now. Men have been getting blamed for too long. So what did men do? Start to look outwards and say, you know what? I got my stuff together. I'm doing well. Life may not be perfect for me, but I am ready to do what I have to do. And still, The options are non-existent almost, it seems like. You know?
Any children?
I don't.
No.
No, I don't.
Why are you not married?
I've been in a relationship, my current one, for the past 3 years. So we
But
just.
you're almost 40. But you're almost 40.
I am.
Why aren't you not married? Why are you not married?
I mean, that is something I know that what I've done, and admittedly, I can say is a failure on my part in my upbringing, is that I've always put work ahead of a relationship and
Okay.
other
So
things.
are you more than okay? And do you think you are more typical of black women, or do you think you're more the norm or more the abnormal?
I'm pretty sure I'm in the average range.
Well, then if
I
that's
don't,
the case,
I don't,
so if that's the case, you just proved my point.
what's
38 years old, and
mhm,
you said your career. Did you go to college?
I did.
Master? Do you have a master's, bachelor's, master's, what?
I studied in healthcare and so yeah, I would just say
You have a bachelor's, master's, PhD, what?
bachelor's.
Huh?
Bachelor's.
Bachelor's. And so, and what is your career?
I'm not in that industry. I don't want to talk about my work field on
No,
here.
no, no,
No,
ma'am.
no,
That's this show. That's this show. That's
what?
this show. I'm only asking you, ma'am. I'm only asking you what could be seen on LinkedIn. I'm not asking you about your money. But if you said I put my career ahead of relationship,
Then, oh,
you said I put my career above relationship, and I'm just
did.
going to ask you what the career is.
I did. I worked in telecommunications.
So did I. I was in. Trust me,
Okay, so
telecommunications.
my
So
thing
bottom
is,
line, man, don't
I'm telling
overtalk
you
me.
that if it's okay,
No, it's not okay. You can't overtalk me. I've said that 3 times, so you've been muted. You won't overtalk me. That's just won't happen. So what we're seeing is somebody say they want to learn, who don't know what they're talking about, and then when you just ask them basic questions, the defensiveness. And at 38 years old, what career? Ma'am, all you have to do is back it down and not overtalk me. But I'm running a show. And you can I don't think you want to do this, Pat. I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to help. Stop with the frowning of the face because it's not going to look too good for you. So you might want to just take a second to chill out. You just you can unmute yourself if you choose to. Ma'am, I'm trying to run a show, talk to you, and almost 18,000, 17,000 people in here. You said your career. Are you an executive?
director level.
Director level. As someone who has been vice president level, I see more professional, unmarried black women, but being a director does not preclude marriage. I've seen plenty of directors and VPs who are female who were married. The majority of the people above director are married. True or false?
I haven't looked up the stats for that, so I don't want to misspeak.
Okay, let's just look in your organization. Is it the norm that people director or higher are unmarried?
When I do my analysis,
Yes,
everybody
yes.
seems to be married.
In your
In
observation
my
of the
in
observer
my in
of
my
your
leadership, in my chain of leadership,
thank you.
in
Thank
my
you. My point is career does not preclude marriage. This
I
is a
would
black this is what we do on this show. We look at the facts, the figures, the data, the statistics, and then we take and mirror against the popular talking points. You came in saying that the reason your guess for why black women weren't married because of lack of candidates. That's simply not accurate.
Exactly. And just for people who are going to give a little bit of bounce back to this woman looking at her anecdotal experience, you guys have to understand. I know a lot of guys can be like, well, Kevin says don't use anecdotal experience, but it's to prove the point of this is not stopping her. You know, This is a her thing. The women around her and in her field are getting married, are finding men, are not having trouble with that. To counter her earlier point of it not being enough candidates.
It's not accurate, it's not precise, it's not true. It's more the norm that black women go to college and focus on themselves until they're 30 plus years old. And then after 30, they decide they may want to possibly have a serious relationship that leads to marriage one day with children. But by this time, most of you are your age inappropriate for marriage. Because sadly, many have children by that time. Just look at the numbers.
May I speak?
Sure.
I don't know how to, I want to, first of all, I want to say that I was I heard about your show, and this is like the first time I've ever, or so probably the second or third time I've done an internet thing. So I'm not very familiar with this. I do respect your show. So if it did come across as if I wasn't, I do apologize. So I do want to start off by saying that. Secondly, I'm just here to understand more. So I didn't research anything prior to this.
What we can do is, if you were in telecommunications, I spent the first 10 years of my career in telecommunications sales. I've spent 20 years in sales. I've been in corporate America until I was in advertising and started my own agency. Bottom line is this, man. The things that black women hold out as reasons for not getting married don't stop other races of women.
Yeah, the point that I was trying to make was that I know the mistake that I personally made and the things that I was doing. So I have full accountability into what the reasons why I'm not married.
Okay.
So I didn't come up at the beginning of me saying that was I made the mistake of really over prioritizing my work and thinking of trying to be the stereotypical things that you hear about what young women try to do.
Let me stop you right here. That is the very definition of being a mercenary.
Right. So
this may be new to you. Watch the program. You're going to find out that you're right in line with so many other women who, at this point in life, are trying to figure it out when you prioritize career. You can't, it's really difficult to turn around and decide to want to be a traditional or even a wife when you spent your life worrying about you. This is why we have this song. I'm a PhD. You have a dog? Do you own a dog or a cat? Do you own a pet?
I don't.
All right. Well, you're going to find out that you're pretty much in line with a lot of women in professional career, but at the end of the day, long relationships, no marriage. You have a 3-year relationship, and do you want to be married one day?
I'm not for certain. I don't know. I don't think so.
You want children?
I don't think so.
All right.
Ain't no point in marriage.
I'm not for certain.
So no children, no husband. By the time you reach 65, are you going to have your roughly $2.4 million to retire on cash?
Well, I'm blessed to say that I have a wonderful family that I came from.
No. I'm asking, are you, so through your own efforts as a single individual, are you going to be able to pay for the rest of your life when you're no longer working? Not what somebody else did for you.
I'm self-sustaining. I can say that. I'm not. I don't know if I'm going to be a multi-billionaire.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. It has nothing to do with a multi-billionaire. This is simple math. If you cannot work and you have no family, no children, if a man cannot work, right? He has no money to pay for anything. He runs out of money. where will he end up?
On the streets
I
with
mean,
nothing.
that wouldn't be something I
Where
really.
will a man end up? No money, no family.
Why? Why would he have? Why if someone?
Ma'am, where? Okay, I'm going to ask you one more French toast. See, this is one thing I don't do. You don't answer a question with a question. That's rude. You have to know better than that.
I'm not for certain.
Okay, ma'am, if a man has no money, no family, no kids, and runs out of money, where's he going to be? In a nice home, fully fed, or is he going to be homeless?
He's gonna be destitute.
Destitute is another word for what? Homeless.
Yeah, it's gonna. Yeah.
All right, so anybody in that position who runs out of money
Uh-huh.
and has no family,
Uh-huh.
no children, is going to end up where?
Is that what?
Is going to end up where?
Is she serious?
Who knows? I'm not.
Is going to.
What? She just said it. See, for a man, she could see the vision. If he doesn't have this, doesn't have this, doesn't have this, where's he going to end up? Homeless. If a woman doesn't have this, doesn't have this, doesn't have this, where does she end up? Well, I don't know. And this is how much they don't have to think about it. Because they'll just say, I'll just find a man. Crazy.
No, that's bullshit. See, there's no who knows. This is what I mean. This is the problem. The logic just won't go through. Nope, absolutely not. Y'all see it right here.
Oh man.
I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I can't answer that question. I don't understand. A man will end up on the street. A man will be destitute, but me, I don't know. No one's listening to you.
That's going to be the ending of this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave your comments in the comment section down below right now. I want to hear your thoughts, your opinions about this specific conversation or just a general one you have. All right. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Kevin Samuels link will be in the description down below. Make sure you guys go over there and support. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.